There you go. There you have it. It is time. Time has come. The time has come to start the Friday stream. Catch Niner. Yeah. There we go. About there. Hi, Hobie Gal. Happy Friday to you. In particular. Since it's just pretty much the two of us. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. I'm not drunk or anything. I promise. I haven't even had anything today except for I haven't even had any Diet Coke today. But I'm happy because it's Friday. I mean, it's Friday. I love Fridays. Who doesn't love Fridays? Actually, I like Mondays even more. But I had an interesting Friday today. I mean, I worked in the morning, went to the office, spent a couple hours writing software code with my AI pair programmer, which is really kind of a treat, really. It's kind of weird. Why weird? I don't know. Diet Coke. It's about normal. I like it. Fizzy, a little bit. Sort of a flavor to it. It's about right. It's brown. It's got the right color. It's definitely Diet Coke. I mean, that's what it is. All right, so we got the Diet Coke. Very exciting day today, though. Very exciting. How are you? Good to see you again. Can you believe you? From Germany. From far away Germany. Yeah, well, I broadcast the entire universe. You know what I mean? Live to the entire universe. They're probably little gray aliens watching right now. And then we have the beautiful Bluetooth controller. That would be cool. You know, and I have a UFO too, so they'd be right and comfortable watching my stream, I think, you know. Let's see. Let's talk about today's stream. If you haven't seen the announcement, I actually announced the stream today, which I almost never do on Twitter, on the X, and my Discord, and also there's a special thing down there in the title area. It says Unboxing Day. What does that mean? Well, first of all, let's talk about the first half of the content is going to be pretty much normal. I'm going to be flying around in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Don't know where I'm going to go or what kind of plane I'm going to fly in. And well, I mean, you know, you get the idea. It's something I have. You're waiting for the guitar. Well, today may be the wrong day for you to visit. This is not going to be a regular music stream. I mean, there will be guitar playing, but it may not come at an appropriate time for you. But you know what I mean? I'm going to be streaming today, tomorrow, the day after that, the day after that. It's going to be a lot of Catch 909 stream. But let me show you what I'm talking about. Don't go anywhere. This is the exciting part. This is what I received 2 days ago. You do want to see the unboxing? Well, me too. Hey, I gotta wait. All right, so I got this box here. It says Leo James. Oh, if I do it right. I think this is the top. It's hard to tell. Actually, no, I think this is because the heavier part's on this side. Leo James. So what I did was I rather impulsively bought a cousin guitar to, it's sealed. This is a sealed box. There has been no opening. I have no idea for sure what's inside. Is it in a million pieces? The last time I got this guitar this is also, see, these are Chinese guitars made in China. Made basically for Amazon. For, you know, they don't go to guitar stores. They're just sold in bulk to Amazon. Amazon receives them directly from China. And this is the Hurricane Deluxe model. Which at the time is the high end. They just restock these, and they come in multiple colors. But these burl tops are all they're veneer, but they're all unique. So yeah, there's going to be the guitar I got is a cousin to this guitar. It's the new Typhoon Deluxe. It's going to look very similar in some ways, but it's also quite different as far as I'm concerned. And then my point is, I play these. I use, you know, it's not a toy. I use these. I play the guitars a lot, and this one I play a lot. It's got stainless steel frets. It's going to work. So, and this is a fantastic guitar. But we don't know what's inside there. I don't know. It might be I don't know. It might be a bunch of dead birds. It might be a brick. I don't know because it's sealed. I haven't opened it up. We're going to do it after the flying around though. So. The fretwork is good. Okay, so there's stainless steel frets. The fretwork is good if you come and look up close. If you were here and I were to show you where the frets at the bottom, well, I'll just show you right now. Here, hold on a second. Go back here. There's stainless steel fret. Stainless steel frets are made differently, where you pre-make the stainless steel fret and you ball end them. You make these ball ends on them, and then you install them. Unlike other fret wire, which is installed wire. Anyway, the point is you have to get the size right, and they didn't. These frets at the bottom are too small, quite a bit. Now I don't play the frets at the bottom, but you can really see where there's a big gap here between where the fret ends and where the wood ends. It's kind of hard to see there. You can kind of see this one here. It's not professional. A professional, American guitar or even a good quality Chinese guitar would not have frets that just don't kind of reach out to the end. Like, too long is bad, but too short is it's not as bad. And also, I never play these frets down here, and most people don't either. So it doesn't affect me. But no, the fretwork is okay. How can I stand the tension? Well, it came yesterday afternoon, and so I could open, so I've been having over 24 hours of an unopened box of guitar, and the thing is, after that, next week on Friday, I bought two. I bought a guitar and I bought a bass. That's a Sweetwater. It's a nicer item. That's from Sweetwater, not from Amazon. They're going to be shipping that to me. It's supposed to arrive Wednesday, so I'm going to also keep that in the box until Friday. So Friday there'll be the bass unboxing and bass playing. Can you imagine? You couldn't have. Well, it's never. This is a first for me. No, normally the box comes in and then there's a big scene on the floor with rapping and screaming cats and things like that, and it's open. But I'm like, yeah, you know what? Let's do it. Okay, here's the thing. Last time I was going to say this. Last time I opened this one here, I opened it up, and and I took a look at it, and I realized it needed adjustment before I could play it even. It took me an hour before I was able to plug it in and get one note out of it. Okay, because it's hard to describe, but it just wasn't adjusted right. But and you wouldn't, if you didn't have guitar skills, you would have not have been able to get that guitar to make any kind of useful sounds out of it. But I did. But that's what I'm saying. I could open it and say it could be an hour before I get a sound out of it. I think it will take less because I think I know what I'm doing in terms of setting up a brand new guitar. But I don't know for sure. By the way, cheers to Diet Coke. I've already had some, but. But other than that, that's in the second. The point is, some people can't come right in the first 2 minutes of the stream anyway. So I figured I'll do the regular part of the stream. Some people might show up, and we could talk. They'll say, "Oh, look, what's the unboxing part?" I don't know if anybody cares. Oh, right. The other thing I was going to say is that this is one of the few streams where I may take the unboxing part of the segment and edit it down to like a 15-minute, and then have a separate VOD that I upload that's unboxing a brand new guitar. Like, because people are interested in guitar unboxing streams, and they're not going to want to watch my whole, all this stuff, Flight Simulator stuff. I don't think. Well, they might, but But the point is, I don't normally have something like that. So, and again, there are these two unboxing streams because I'm going to do the exact same thing when I get this brand new Ibanez bass from Sweetwater on Wednesday. But I'm going to leave in the box till Friday because it won't come in time for me to do the blah blah blah. Friday will be another unboxing next Friday, which is kind of cool, 2 in a row. But that's going to be it. I don't do a lot of It's just happens to be the time of year when I indulge. All right, what are we going to fly around today? Something I always have a good time flying in. So definitely not the Cirrus Vision jet. I always do have a good time in my in the V. All right, let's fly to Britain. We'll get in the well, it's really just a fun plane. We'll get in a cargo edition. It's got a few different colorful thingies here. White, Tropic Air, Blue Island or Tropic Air. I guess we'll go Blue Island. About the same, really. I do like you really want that black on that top there for glare reduction though. Not all the liveries have that. Let's see. All right, save it. Yesterday we went to Barcelona. Can you believe it? It was a really fun flight, but I don't want to go back to Europe. I was gonna say we could fly around where the guitar was made because I looked it up. It's around here. Where is it? Ooh, they all look the same. I think it's here. No. I don't care. China's not that great looking in the game. It's not improved. Hong Kong is okay, but the rest of China is kind of so-so. But it's a Chinese made guitar. We'll have to see. I don't know exactly where and we have an islander, so maybe we should do some island flying, like some of these weird islands I rarely go to. Are there any like little airstrips on some of these? These are always kind of like fun, just to explore a little bit. Oh, I like this one. What kind of airport do you got? 6,000 feet of asphalt. To have no idea where it is. We're gonna check out this island. We're gonna make it daytime. We're going to start on the ramp. We'll change the day to like late afternoon so we can see what it looks like around here. Pretty much random spin the map kind of destination today. Oh, and there'll be big brain games, of course. Heck yes. I'm not going to skip the big brain games. Who cares if I have a new box to open if I don't have any big brain games? If I don't work. Okay, great plane, and I love the way it's kind of, they keep it with all covers on, chocks on. Sometimes there's like tie downs, pitot tube covers, all that stuff on. I have it set so that when I enter the plane, all that stuff automatically gets removed, so I don't have to deal with all that crap. Okay, this is our beautiful Britain. Oh, I love it. All right, we get all these things work. I got my throttle body on. Okay, so throttle go is startup, propellers are to there, and mixture is to full. Okay, we gonna turn on the fuel though. Oh yeah, fuel is here, so both these are gonna face forward for fuel to be on. Let's see, we're gonna turn on, let's see, that's the starter. We're not ready to start yet. We're gonna have to turn on our master battery. That's let's see, I guess we'll turn on external power. It doesn't really matter. Landing out. Okay, beacon lights on. That's apparently a tradition in order to let people know outside the plane that you're going to start the engine. The other thing we need to do, though, is remove chocks and gust locks, and most importantly, the engine covers and the boarding steps using that little thing there, or the engines won't start, but it looks like we're nice and clear now. All right, so you're able to actually look out the window and make sure that the prop is clear. And so we will start the left engine. To start the left engine, we're going to... That's going to start spinning. You can feel the engine spinning. And then we turn on the magnetos. And then you'll see that the engine has catched in the on position. Very nice. Check our engine, those left indicators. And you can see we're starting to warm up into the green. Keep things nice and under certain RPM while we warm up there until our oil temperature pressure comes up. You can see those little... I like to watch them come up. All right, so right engine start. So same thing, starboard engine, clear prop, here come around, and then you put the magnetos on. And we should look out the right window and notice that our right engine is spinning. All right, let's turn on our avionics. We got power. Let's see, there's a separate switch for avionics somewhere. Oh, here. Avionics master. We want navigation lights. That's about it. Okay, that all looks good. Plane's coming up. So the right engine is now coming up to temperature and speed. All looks good. We can fly around. I don't really know the name of this island. So, goodness is good. It's starting to get warm here, so I'm not going to be wearing a coat for a while until it gets cold again. All right, let's turn this on here. Nobody asked, but, in case you're wondering. I mean, in the summer, it's just a t-shirt and shorts. Because, it's expensive to run air conditioning. All right, we're going to taxi, I guess. This is one of those where you just announce taxi. All right, parking brake off. We'll make a left here. Cute little airport, very small. General aviation, not international. Looks like they don't take jets here. All right, which way do you want us to go? I assume it's this way. Yeah, right. We're gonna get over here. We'll be fine. Well, we'll be fine. See, we're close. It's like it is. Alright, which way is the runway? Let's see if we can figure that out. Alright, so it wants us to go down there and then take off in that direction. Okay, let's do that. I don't know if we won't need the whole runway. These planes do operate on short runways, like 2,500 feet, 3,000 feet, grass runways. That's why they're islanders. That's why they're good for inter-island. But I think we'll just fly around this island. I don't know whether there's another airport we can go from A to point B. It's maybe the only airport on this island. We should fly around. I do want to fly around more Jurassic Park, which I paid $20 for. Jurassic Park is still hot, man. After all these years, it's like a Super Bowl commercial with that iconic John Williams Jurassic Park theme. And I'm like, man, that's a lot of intellectual property. I wonder if the sad thing to me is that Michael Crichton has passed away more than 20 years ago. I think he was pretty young, and he is not around to. He was around to see his original, books turned into Jurassic Park, but he was not around to see it become such a long-winded social phenomenon and kind of meaningless one. Oh yeah, okay, we'll turn around here then if that's what you want us to do. Making a sharp turn. Okay, now it's takeoff. Remain in pattern. Depart straight out.
Whiskey Alpha, Whiskey Hotel traffic.
All right, we're just going to slowly move our. You notice our propeller and throttle smoothly to the maximums, and it brings our RPM up to take. Oh yeah, flaps up to there. You should have meant flaps split apart. You don't really need flaps to take off. I mean, it doesn't need. Oh, especially on this kind of runway. All right, we're going to immediately back off of takeoff power here. And this is that little airport. Now, there is no gear. The gear does not come. There's gear, but it doesn't come up. It's fixed. It looks like there's some stuff over there. Oh, this will have a name. Good. It's a beautiful day, and we have points of interest marked, so it'll tell us where we're going. At least on this direction. But you can see this island is not a small one. This is like a Hawaii-sized island. But not the population. Alright, we're going to back off on the engine a little bit as we get to cruise. We're going to stay nice and low here. I want to be a little under 2,000 RPM. A little bit of negative trim, keep the nose. We want it to come up. There we go. So what does it say there? It says something. It says Benteng. I'm sure that's a city. Maybe the whole island. It is Indonesia or Malaysia, something like that. I wish I knew, but I don't. Gorgeous day for flying Kenshin 999er Airlines. Look, you know our philosophy at Kenshin 999er Airlines. Cash, grass, or ash. No one flies for free. I think it's on the side of the plane, too. We got the windows closed, right? It can be real noisy in here when I forget to close that window. But good. It's a good. I think it's a good. You like the books in the first movie? No, I don't. I've read several of his books, but I don't think I read the original Jurassic Park. I read some some of his other stuff, and I'm a big fan of the Andromeda Strain, which is one of his earlier books, and a very faithful. Adaptation and good movie adaptation. I've seen the Andromeda Strain many times, but yeah, he passed away, and I imagine the estate of Michael Crichton does very well on a yearly basis, what with royalties and the movie. All right, so this is a pretty decent sized island town here, Benteng, somewhere. We're heading up the coast. It's north. Okay, so I guess towards Malaysia. I don't know. But wow, this city actually looks like it has compared to island cities you see in a kind of a more touristy place. A lot of people live here. They're not spread out, which is interesting because I don't think there's an international airlines. This is pretty though. I mean, it's nice. What's that say over there? Let's just fly over there and see what it says. That's what I like about unplanned flights. You see something, you go there. But yeah, I know. It seems like Jurassic Park is a very, it's what you call a franchise, It's like they're not going to stop making them until people are tired of seeing animatronic, computer-generated dinosaurs. I thought it would have been a long time ago. But, it's gotten cheaper and the computers are better at making these weird dinosaur mutations. Good for those, good for the computers. I think we're coming to a time, it's not going to be that long ago, where if you want to imagine a movie in your mind and you're willing to spend a little time making what we call maybe a 5 to 6 page movie treatment, a treatment that is typically made before the scriptwriter in a real world, before the scriptwriter really writes the script. He writes a treatment, which is a story that outlines the entire story and sometimes has descriptive language about the characters and things like that, but isn't necessarily a fleshed out script. You'll be able to hand that to a computer and it will make the actual movie for you on a simulated $100 million budget with name actors in all of the roles, and it'll all be done in a computer on AI and delivered to you to your specifications. But imagine that. In other words, instead of going to see a movie, you basically just have it make a movie that you want to see, and it looks exactly like a movie that you'd see today in the theaters, a big budget movie, but you're the only person seeing it, and you're the only person it's made for. And you're like, but how are they going to get Scarlett Johansson to do it? All right, Scarlett Johansson's going to get a fee. You know what I mean? She get her $30 fee. It's animated Scarlett Johansson. Don't worry, she'll get paid. It's not the real Scarlett Johansson, but it will look like it. It'll sound like it. Or you could pick a novel that's never been made into a movie, but you like the book. Bantomanai. There's nothing there. Why is there? All right, fine. You could pick a novel that's never been made into a movie. There's a lot of them. And there's a lot of good ones. And you could tell a computer, please make this into a 2-hour-long high-budget movie with, and you can list the name of the actors you want in it, and it will do it. And it'll probably take a couple of minutes because, AI isn't instantaneous. It could take 10 minutes, but then you have this 2-hour high-budget looking movie. It'd have everything except the closing credits because there's no people involved in the creation of it. I think it'd be a weird world. I'd try it. I mean, you can do that now with short scenes, but I'm just saying, eventually you'll be able to expand it. They'll be able to expand it into kind of a full-length movie effect. And past that, you'll be able to specify, I want a 6-episode series, 1-hour episodes. It's a lot like that show with the hotels, the Lotus Hotel, whatever it is. But with, different, more nudity. The White Lotus. And not the kind of nudity that they feature on the White Lotus. The other kind of nudity, women. I don't mind. No, Mike White, I like him. He's a good guy. Let's see. The other show that I'm amazed, besides Jurassic Park as a pop element, can you imagine Survivor is still around? They do 2 seasons a year, so it's like in its 526th season now. Survivor. They got Jeff Probst on. They keep him on ice. They keep him in dry ice and carbonite, like Han Solo did during the off time, so that he doesn't age. It's true. It's a very not well known fact. Where is this? Boy, we are in the middle of this. There's one thing about bush flying, but there's nowhere to land when you're around. It's not like bush piloting. All right, let's see where we're at. This Bucky, and there's again nothing there. No, I knew this island wasn't very well populated when I got here. I could tell. You can see the airport we took off way down there, and then pretty much nothing. I mean, there's little houses in there. Actually, there's quite a few little houses in here. You really can't see that there's a community here because it's junglified, but there is, and there's like probably 100 or thousands of people living here. But I don't know what they do. Did they get the internet? I don't know. All right, yeah, but my theory is there's not even a dirt landing strip around here. Actually, we have flown around most of this island. That's interesting. And you see where we flew from there. And then we flew from there. Yeah, but no, this island. But if we fly up here, that's a much bigger island. It's actually part of. We'd have to fly over the water a bit. Do we have enough gasoline? We got plenty of gasoline. And one thing this plane does have that not all do, an autopilot. Let's see, do I know how to work? I use it so rarely. All right, so if I remember correctly, okay, first we want to establish a trajectory. Well, like 325. So we go down to our heading knob here. we set that to 325, 319, 321. That's good enough. And then we go to our autopilot, we turn it on, and we select heading select mode. And let's go ahead and do altitude hold. And that'll hold us at 1,500 feet altitude. We got about a 10-minute flight time. I think maybe 12. That's it. But it's fun. So during this period, what I'm going to do is optimize our throttle. Okay, so we're at 2,000 RPM. Right. So the point is, okay, how you do this is, here's the important part. I'm actually under where it says port STBD, port starboard. That's the RPM meter, and while it shows it in the green, it's too low for it to be efficient. You want to be right at the transition between green and yellow. So you really want to be at 2,200, I think, or 2,400. That's to make the plane go the optimal speed. So now I've got them at it can change at different altitudes, but I think that's about actually right. So now I can adjust, right around 24. I can adjust the throttle so that it's right around the point where if I decrease the throttle, I lose RPM. The same thing the mixture. If I slowly decrease the mixture to the point where the engine starts to be unhappy, you'll see the RPM decrease. I'm still lowering it. You can see it's this red knob here. You can lower it quite a bit, apparently, at this altitude before the engine starts to run rough. About there. And that will optimize our speed and a fuel ratio at this altitude, I believe. Because is that about right on the thing there? Yeah, that's about right there. All right, let's just check our engine instruments, make sure everything looks nice here. We're solidly in the green on our engines. We got plenty of gas. So we'll check these. We don't really need anti-icing. We're not going to be at that kind of altitude. Did I ever turn our transponder on? It doesn't matter. It is on now. Let's see. I don't know this. Oh, the ADF don't care. Is that a button? I don't know. I'm not pushing it. Let's see. Altimeter calibration. Single pilot version only. Yeah, this is actually a plane in which you can fly and they can take a paying passenger in that position. I actually sat in a plane like that one time where there's a paying passenger there and then there's paying passengers back there, but it'd be an empty seat. They let somebody sit there, so they do. And I got to sit there one time on one of these in this kind of plane. Not this exact kind of plane, but a close one. And it was very similar. It was very cool. And we landed. It was from Bora Bora to Tahiti. Not too far, I don't think, or more red to Tahiti. I don't remember. But yeah, that's what they mean by this little thing here. By the way, that's what reminded me. It says single pilot VFR only, meaning if you only have one pilot, you're only, which would be the typical, because it's not a co-pilot there. And I think this thing has that where it's set up where if you have where you show the yoke. Oh no, I guess it does have a visible yoke. Yeah, you can turn on the yoke for the passenger side, but I think it's optional. I don't think it was there. Yeah, it looks a little better. You see me turning moving stuff around. But we're on autopilot, so I don't do that too much. We're still on autopilot, right? Right. Autopilot heading, autopilot, altitude, hold mode. Is on, heading select is on. Bendix King. You can see where we are on the map there. Okay. Yeah, this should be. I don't know. But for anybody showing up not late, but after the stream has started, here's some me drinking some Diet Coke. In case you missed that part. Oh, but I also want to mention we're going to be unboxing a brand new Leo James electric guitar. So the main difference between that one and this one It's very different. It's really different, although I think to it, the regular viewer, they're going to be very similar looking. But the difference is that one has a unlicensed Floyd Rose tremolo and locking 2-point and locking nut. So it locks at the top, and then the tremolo locks your string in. I've never used, or I only have one guitar that has one. And it's a real Floyd Rose. It's not a fake one. It's a German company, and it's made in Germany. So I'm familiar with the bridge, which is good because it's not. It's trickier to restring, and it's trickier to do some certain operations. I looked it up on YouTube, but I do like it. I do like the double locking system, and I have it now. I'll have it on a second guitar. The double locking trem system. It is really a classic. And again, this is not the real Floyd Rose. It's a Floyd Rose. It looks exactly like a Floyd Rose. It presumably operates exactly like one, but it is not an actual Floyd Rose. This is interesting. This next island, well, let's find out. While I'm just on autopilot, and I can look these things up on the good old Google Maps. Let's just look it up on the Google Maps. I'll tell you where I am. I mean, it can't be that hard just to even figure out where I am by kind of zooming around on the map the same way I did before. Okay, there's that place. Yeah, Benteng. So this is South Sulawesi, which is part of Indonesia. Yeah, so Indonesia is like a big horseshoe kind of, but this is the west thing of it. Sulawesi is the west side of it. Or no, south, I guess that's not really accurate. It's all Sulawesi, from what I know, the main island. Yeah, Sulawesi. That's the main island of Indonesia, right? But there's a bunch of other smaller islands. Or there's the north. No, it's also west. Okay. But we weren't on the main island, but we are heading towards kind of this, and that's a huge island. That's a big one. That's a continent-sized island. But Indonesia is quite populated, heavily populated. It's not like an empty one. But I don't know if we're going to find any major cities where we're heading. Move this around a little bit, put it back over here. So yeah, unboxing stream where I'm actually literally going to cut a box that is sealed from the factory open. I assume that once I do, I will probably be infected by the latest generation of Chinese-generated COVID viruses that they packed in for free. So I probably should wear a mask, but I'm not gonna. And then hopefully there's a guitar, and hopefully it's in one piece, but I don't know. Nobody knows. It's just a box. Could be anything. Could be a genie in there. Could be a pile of money. Could be a bunch of dead pigeons. So many things it could be. That's why it's exciting to open a sealed box or something. I mean, the best possible outcome is there's a guitar in there, and then I'm able to set it up and actually, in front of you, magically transform it into a musical instrument that can be played. And then we'll just do a regular guitar stream. So, I'm gonna play some guitar, I'm gonna do some karaoke. But who knows? The stream could go for a while, because as I mentioned before, it takes an hour. It took me an hour to set up this previous guitar I got from this Leo James. Because every little thing that needed to be set up had to be set up. The truss rod needed adjustment, the intonation needed adjustment, string height was way off. But as I say, I feel comfortable that I can do that, and I put all new strings on. I'm hoping I won't have to put new strings on, because that takes a while. So the one thing I'm not planning on doing with this guitar is putting a new set of strings on, but I will be putting a new set of strings on within the first week or two, because I believe it comes with 9s and I like 10s. And yeah, as I say, I know how to train strings on these double locking systems because I happen to have done it for my Schecter, which is a very high-end guitar. Let's see, this is fun. All right, so the other thing I like to do while we're on autopilot, get in the plane here. There we are. Let's see, autopilot, check the instruments, feel is good. We're about, okay, at some point we're going to have to actually, I think, raise our altitude to get over these mountains. This mountainous section here. All right, as I was going to mention, this is something we don't do very often, but it's a special Friday stream. Science news in the news. Let's read some science news headlines. See what we think about them. And specifically going to Google News and clicking on the science tab, because I don't want to see politics. Okay, NASA's Artemis program changes. So it abruptly changes its roadmap to putting boots back on the moon. Have you heard this phrase, boots on the moon? That's something you'll hear occasionally from various different parties. But it looks like it's shaking up the Artemis program to speed up lunar return. But cancel some part of the upgrades to the SLS. The SLS does not seem like a very useful system. I would think. Anyway, planets are on parade. There's a planetary parade in 2026. 6 planets will be visible in the night sky, which is usually pretty cool. If you know where the ecliptic is in your area, and kind of see where the moon and the Venus and kind of that line in the sky, it's usually easy to find the planets because they're pretty close to the ecliptic. Well, they are close, but they're slightly anyway. End of February. And it might be, so it has to be a pretty clear night. I'll have to see how that. Here's how to spot them. Let's see what it says, what time of the day. Is it night or early morning? Because I get up early morning. One side of the sun. Visible naked cloud. Clear skies allow. Uranus and Neptune can only be spotted with binoculars and telescope. 1 hour after sunset and venture away from tall buildings. Western sky, blah, blah, blah. See, it'd be better if it was one of these morning ones, because I can get up at like 5 in the morning, where it's usually quite dark. Okay, good to know. Let's see, Neanderthals and Homo sapiens mating. I don't want to hear about that. That's a side thing. By the way, here's a science joke. I got a science joke for you. Okay. Speaking of humans and Neanderthals interbreeding. Okay. What do you get when you mate a helicopter and a rhino? Hell if I know. Anyway, I don't think I made up that joke either. Chinese astronaut detail finding cracks on the Shenzhou spacecraft. Okay. Artemis repairs. They're taking the Artemis 2 back into the vehicle assembly building for repairs. What else is going on in the world? SpaceX Dragon cargo capsule splashes down. Vera C. Rubin Observatories. I saw this one yesterday. Vera C. Rubin Observatory issues 800,000 astronomy alerts in one night, and which is interesting. Apparently, it has a system where there's an AI that detects anything interesting or unusual in the data stream coming in from the Vera C. Rubin telescope or the observatory. An object of interest. It says some of them are saying it found 800,000 objects of interest in a single night. Others are saying it issued 800,000 astronomy alerts in one night, but that could be to 1,000 different people, so it would only be 800 or 800 actual alerts. But I'm not sure how to read this. Let's see what it says here. Maybe it'll clear it up if I read the actual article. 1 million alerts. Eventually, the telescope is expected to really reach 7 million alerts per night. So, when you dive into the story and look past the headline, it becomes much more boring and uninteresting. How does that work? How does that happen every single time? You know what I mean? That's why, I get it. They're using AI to write the headlines to make them as interesting as possible. Meeting friends for dinner. Well, there should be a VOD. There should be a VOD. You know what I'm saying? So, no big loss. The James Webb Telescope captures exposed cranium nebula images, quote unquote, exposed cranium. It is definitely an interesting nebula. I'm not sure I'd call it exposed cranium, but that's a wild looking nebula. It is officially called the Exposed Cranium Nebula. I'm sure it's been around for a long time. All right, we are approaching something here, so I kind of want to see what it is. It even looks like there's a city over there. Let's go to off autopilot. Okay, thank you. You've done well, autopilot. Oh, it beeped it. It beeped me and said, "I'm out of here." I just want to see what this is. It's a town. So this is the mainland of Malaysia, but Malaysia is a wacky, huge, very complexly laid out country with all sorts of lobes and protrubations into the ocean. So you really can't see like the other side of Malaysia. You can barely see the other side of Malaysia from here. And it's 100 million, 110 million people or something, 120 million people. It's not a lightly populated island, but it's immense. So I think density-wise, It's not that heavily populated compared to a lot of other Asian places. I don't think it's quite as densely populated as the Philippines. -4 trim to keep that nose down. How much gas do we have? We took a lot of gas because I'm traveling in a very efficient realm here. Okay, so this is Balulu? Ujang Balu. Where the heck am I? I have to see where I am here. Ah, okay, perfect. Yeah. Okay. Balu. What's it called? Just give me a. Yeah, you're not even going to give me any kind of pronounceable name. But yeah, this is a pretty big city. I would have to assume there'd be a airport around here, but I don't see one. But there is on the other side of that mountain over there. We're gonna land over there. Ujung Bulu, but it's like Bululu or something. Bulukumba. But no, this is a pretty fancy area here. I'm seeing, yeah, okay, this is exactly where on the map. This is kind of the downtown area. It's not that well translated into the game 3D wise, but I do see exactly where I am, and it looks like a decent community. There's cafes and places to go. Okay. So where is the nearest airport? All the way over there. Well, that's a big city. Pretty though. All right, how much farther? It's about 20 miles. Yeah, we can do that. But yeah, I literally think there's no other airports. Not even a little grass strip around here. Which I think there would be. What are you doing? Come on. Is that an airport? What does that say there? Gantorang. It's definitely an interesting area. I'm not sure what the lifestyle is, but that's quite a volcano up there. You can see it's volcanic. And I don't think it goes up super high, but it's pretty high. Anyway, our plane is performing quite well. I love these planes. I do love the Britons. And they do a great job of modeling. It just feels very real to fly it. What are all these switches here? I always ignore them. I don't think you need any of these. Okay, these guys here. Receiver audio. These are, but down is the on position, I believe, right? All right, and audio spare. I don't think, yeah, these are just audio routing. I don't think these do anything. Okay. Gantorang. Okay. But yeah, I don't know what mountain that is, but I'll tell you in a second. It's Melantang Mountain. No, sorry, it says Mountain Bahanglangi. There's a bunch of waterfalls around there. Or no. This is the one. This is it. I can't pronounce any of these. It gets quite mountainous. But you know, I gotta say, I feel it's fairly realistic. It's very realistic. But yeah, I'm gonna have to end it in the air. Because I have strayed too far from an area where there's any airports, and I feel like ending, moving on to the next thing. Well, let's give it another 5 minutes, and then because I still want to do the big brain games, that takes about 10-15 minutes. I'm gonna do a short break, and then I'll be unboxing my new guitar in the music category. I don't think there's a guitar unboxing category, but if there is, let me know. I don't think there is. Because if there was, that'd be the most popular category in the whole dang platform. But I do hate to leave the plane hanging around in the air. But you know what I mean? We're not going to make it to that airport way up there. It's 25 miles away. I mean, we did fly quite a ways. Well, we flew from that airplane to here in like 30 minutes. So it'd be like about another 20 minutes of flying to get around this thing here. Look how low. We're low and slow. A good plane for that kind of thing. I bet it's hot. I mean, it's kind of equatorial, so I'm sure the weather's probably humid and hot year-round. I just want to see what this one says here. Nope, can't pronounce that one either. But there are places like, you know, in Papua New Guinea where there's so many you can take off at any random airstrip and there'll be another bush strip to fly to land on. No matter what, like 10 minutes away from wherever you are. It's kind of cool, but this is not really that area, like that kind of area. You know, because they're on a coastal area, they can just have a road that goes around the coast there. You know, in Papua New Guinea, there's no roads. It's just too madness. So they kind of depend on these bush flights. It's like way over there. That's the next airport. But checking out these points of interest. Who knows if I'll ever be here again? This is a completely random choice. But when I pick the Islander, I do like to fly some island. I guess Malaysia qualifies. I mean, that little island's an island. But yeah, no, it's like hundreds of million people living on the side, living here, but not here. And we live way to the north and the east. It's like the farthest part of Malaysia from civilization. It's kind of cool here. There's a little stream here. Stream, like source of fresh water coming down here. People built their houses alongside it. All right, well, we're going to, I don't think it'll be the end of the world, but I am going to stop in the middle of the air. The plane will fly on by itself into I like how there's just lined up, the houses and houses lined up kind of alongside this river. This makes me wonder whether it's clean. Somehow. You know what I mean? It goes a long way up there. That's like, I don't know. And there's that road I was talking about. Islands usually have a belt road. And there's the volcano back there. And there's another city over there. And then there's a little island. That's where we started from. You can't really see it. It's way down there. Well, that's fun. All right. Here's what it is. Is what it is. Que sera, sera. And I don't want to go all day today, although it will be a long stream, I have a feeling. It's all recorded for posterity on VODs if you're gonna miss a little part of it. All right, so the next part of the stream is just chatting category. Just chatting category for the big brain games. Yeah, if you're here and you want to, you can help out. Let me switch over here. Get out of this. Quit to desktop here. You know, it's a segment that we do here at the Kenshin Niner Studios every single 5 days a week, every time we stream. And we start with the Quirtle, just kind of a starting warm-up game. That's not necessarily a game you can help out with, but some of the other games you can, just because this one goes pretty fast. But it's like the Wordle, except you got to solve 4 different 5-letter words at the same time. And I have like these... 3 starting words that I always do at the same time. Let's see. This could be stiff, or let's try. It could be swift. Let's try swift. because even if it's not swift, okay, it was stiff, but that's fine. Extra guesses because that gave me the W. All right, then we have here Patsy on the lower left. That's an easy one. Now we know, right? It's going to be stiff on the upper left, and we have one left here before we finish the opening game of the Big Brain Games, and that is where we're going to have here. Okay, we have an M. It's just going to be metal, I believe. Pretty simple word. It's going to fit all those letters where they need to be. All right, that's what you call it, your warm-up game of the day. The next game I like to play in the order I like to play them, I believe is the revealed. Yeah. We'll do the reveal, we'll do the trivia, we'll do the reunion, we're going to do the connections, and then our octotal, in case you're wondering what the order is. Arts and culture is today's category, and the correct answer will have 8, count them, 8 letters, not 9 and not 7, and forget 10. That's right out. It's going to be 8. All right, so this 8-letter item is a blank blank of blank cuisine, especially that of blank. It is an blank dish mentioned in blank and blank literature, although 2 of the main blank of the modern version, blank and blank, were brought to blank from the blank only in the blank century. Blank blank classify blank as a blank. The most frequently encountered blank is an blank mixture of blank 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 thickened with blank blank. All right, well, some kind of food. But what is it going to be? I think it's Chinese cuisine. I think this is going to be a Chinese area. Oh, Andalusia. Oh, no, that's Spain. Isn't Andalusia in Spain? Ooh, so it's a Spanish dish? I might have to do a little magical research. Don't pretend I'm not doing research. Andalusia is in Spain, right? It's an autonomous community of Spain. The cuisine. Oh, that gave me an idea of what we call cheating. But, you know, I don't have all day. Especially because I want to get to the boxing. I did not know for sure. I knew gazpacho was Spanish, but until I typed in Andalusia over there, I didn't know that it was specifically Andalusian. I kind of figured that it was a soup from here. Oh no, I thought this was going to be soup. Spanish cookers qualifies gazpacho itself. I haven't had it in a long time. It's served ice cold. You put a piece of ice in at the end. It's really good. I mean, and you don't think it's uncooked mixture of tomatoes, garlic, olive oil, water, vinegar, onion, cucumbers. It's kind of nasty that it's all uncooked and there's all these like oils and stuff mixed in, thickened with breadcrumbs. But it's really good. I mean, and it's kind of, and you make it spicy. You can make it spicy, and it's kind of like, oof, wow. Haven't had it in a long time. I'm gonna call that I did need one reveal, so that wasn't a complete cheat. We got Andalusia, and that was I think a key clue. You know, other players required a relatively large number of reveals and hints, being that this is a pretty hard one. I would have to say gazpacho. Not to mention, you know what I mean, you have to know what it is. But you know, I did a little research. Now we can't do research on the trivia quiz. That's, you know what I mean, because it's timed. It's a 9-question multiple choice trivia quiz. Timer starts as soon as I hit that play button. And so you can't help me because I got to get these both correctly and as fast as possible to get my good score. So, oh, by the way, I forgot to show it off my stream deck, which I didn't really show Monday or Wednesday. All right, let's do this. What is a choice? Just clean up oils. Well, Costner was the star of that movie. I like Waterworld. I'm a fan. Pig is the largest rodent in the world. Well, the largest rodent in the world is known to be the capybara, and they're cute. But more than 1,000 of which natural phenomenon is more than any other country in the world? I think we're the tornado capital of the world in the Midwest for various reasons. Name the Bear Flag result. I mean, geez, I live in the state, okay? I mean, I went to elementary school in California. They taught us a lot of crap. Which part of the United Kingdom? Northern Ireland, right? Yeah, okay. because a lot of people are like, it's not Ireland. Been the only featuring a Treasury Secretary. Oh, it's the $10 Samuel P. Oh no, it's the other one. Oh, that was a hard one. I'm gonna have to whip my things on a monk strap shoe. Laces. I had to guess that one. Big Brother English is not of which author? It'd be Orwell, right? I was going to think Huxley for a second. Because Big Brother is Watching You is from 1994. Right? It's such a big question. So it may be described as... I don't think any of those, but I'm going to go with laconic. That took a while, too, because it's kind of a process of elimination there. But we did cross the tightrope today. We did not get Clever Funambulist. That is outright out. Well, it's a relatively hard one. I think I could have got that other one, but 8 out of 9 ain't bad. We did get Tightrope Boss. Boo. I didn't even make it to Walk-In Encyclopedia. Boo. We'll do better tomorrow or not. Actually, because they get harder during the week. So today's quiz is hard. Tomorrow's quiz is the harder. And Sunday's is the hardest. Then easy. And Mondays are kind of easy. All right. The next game, which if anybody's here and wants to help out with and knows how this game is played, I don't think Hobie Gal is. But we got this is another daily game from the fine folks at Merriam-Webster.com. Anybody can play these for free every single day, like me. Wow. We got a lot of Y's to deal with. And then we have a word that starts with M and potentially it ends in E, but doesn't have a Y in it. But what could it be given the available letters? It can't be maybe. It could be, let's see. It could be a C there, M-A-C, but then what? M-A-C-H-E, is that a word? M-A-K. Could be an L, but then what would be here before the H? I think, let's see, the only things that could be before this H are a C, P, but I don't think so. An S, potentially, though. It could be an S. In which case, this could be M-A-S blank E. Ugh. And then this word down here, M something something S-T. What could that potentially be? That could be... if it is a word... maple. Oh, at the top. I didn't know if you were here. Maple. Yes, there's a P and an L available. That does look good. And I was thinking it could be PH at the top. Let's just try it. Yeah, I think you got it. Yeah. Now that I see that there's a P, yeah, but I wasn't looking to see that. I think maybe it could either be a C. I thought it was going to be a C, but no, maple makes sense. And now we know this word starts with PH something and it has an S. There's obviously, it could be PHAS because that A has to go somewhere. I'm like 99% sure. Oof, it wasn't. Well, then it has to go there. All right. So it's not an A. So it is an O, right? F, like phosphate or something like that. Or phosphor. But that doesn't fit. Huh. Okay, this S has to go somewhere else. But where? And then we got a Y here. This has to go at the end. That makes sense. And then this, because yeah, and then we have a bunch of Y's, but I knew at least one Y had to go at the end. And it's not going to be kooky, but it could be like rocky or hot. So I think one is O. Well, that O wouldn't be there. So it could be like tacky. I think this word is going to be empathy on the right. Okay, so this word, that is going to be there. This A is going to go there, and we have these H's here. So we got that. And now I'm thinking this might be one of these words like coily or something like that, where there's COYLY. So that's because we have a lot of Y's to use here. And this Y has to go here, right? And then this now word is going to be physics. Okay. So this is I is going to go here. C is going to go here. And then the final S will go here. Okay. We're making a lot of progress. We're not going to get in 12, but we'll get in 18. So I think we're okay. This word, let's see. This word is going to have to be a word, right? I mean, this hedgehog can't stay there. Oh, no, he could stay there. This hedgehog could stay there, and then the fox could go here or there on the left. But in that case, we know that this has to be a word. So this word is going to be moist, M-O-I-S-T. This word is going to be... it's not numpy. This word has to be sky. But it's husky. Okay, it's not sky. It's going to be husky. H goes down here. This word is going to be nymph, which is good because we get that we got it in 17 because I got to we got a lucky transition there, or translation there. 17 is par. Let's take a look at this game again, and we did it pretty quickly. Thank you for the maple. That was very helpful. Once you get one word down, all the rest are going to be easier. That's a fairly hard group of words, I think. I mean, not too bad. About average. Let's see. Other players did about average. 26, 27 is about average for other players. Not necessarily a harder or easier game. But we got it in our 17 par, so I'm happy. That's a win, by the way. That's a count for a win. All right, the next game is the... okay, we did the revealed. We did the tightrope. We did the reunion, and that means the next game is, in fact, on a different browser window. It's... the Connections. It's one of our favorite games, and one which I absolutely encourage people to try. Give it a try. I have no ego in solving this game. It is what it is. But what is the game, you may ask, if you haven't played it before? And if you haven't played it before, why not? It's a good one. It's free. It's free from the fine folks at the NewYorkTimes.com. You get these 16 words and or short phrases, although it looks today that they are words. Sometimes they're symbols too. We got to group them into 4 affinity groups by affinity, but we don't know what those affinities are. We got to guess. We got to infer them. And beware, there's misdirection, meaning fake affinity groups, and wordplay in play. All right, so let's read them out. So, okay, Judas, drill, quality, butterfly, French, bench, air, ripple, snake, snowball, traitor, manor, domino, printing, impression, and turncoat. I'm thinking traitor, Judas, traitor, turncoat. And then what would the fourth one be? Is though snake, like somebody who betrays you? Would be a snake, turncoat, and snake. You're all right. Okay, so you typed it in. By the way, yeah, you just got the 5-second delay where you typed it in before I said it, but it looks like it was after. But that's YouTube for you. I say call the president of YouTube and tell him you want things done better. All right. Well, since we both agree, it's worth a try. Yeah, we were okay. Backstabber, I liked it. Okay, all right. French bench, and some of these are going to be either an antecedent or precedent word. French, like French press or something. Bench, French press, bench press, printing press, and drill press. This is blank press. Okay, easy enough. Now we got air, snowball, quality, manner, impression. So I think quality, manner, impression kind of go together. But then what would these be? Quality, manner, impression. I think it would be air, right? But I don't know for sure. Um, the like, snowball effect, ripple effect, domino effect. No, it's different. At least it's going through, and the butterfly effect. Okay, this is blank effect. So we have two of these befores and afters. Kind of chain reaction effect, butterfly effect, domino effect, ripple effect, snowball effect. Those are effects on our chain reaction. Then we have air, quality, impression, and manner. I was right. So quality, impression, and manner and air went together. So I was right. Yeah. Yeah, I was right. Yeah, I see you're typing in 10 seconds after I got it, but you were correct. I had quality, impression, and manner, and before I got the effects. This was an easy one today, but yeah, obviously. Aura. Okay, I don't know if I would have got that, but that was an easy one today. We got perfect. The New York Times loves us. There's one last game, but it's not one. It's just one I like to kind of finish things up with. The Octurtle. It's a lot like the Wordle and the Octurtle. I like to skip right to the hardest one. But there's 8 separate of these words to solve. I gotta look around. We have no U, I, or O. So I almost kind of want to do a strategy word that uses some of these vowels and some of these valuable consonants, which might be, let's see. Oh, Mo's over there. Yeah, he's over there. Mo, coming up. He's found a sunbeam and he's sitting in the sunbeam. But yeah, he's fine. I'm trying to think of maybe a word that has an S and a P and an I and an O. But, and also, can't be posit because I already have the T. Spain. Let's just guess a word and see if we can find something here. Okay, yeah, like here. Okay, there's J blank L Y, and I just think it has to be jolly. So that gave us the O. So that's good. We know there's 2 E's here and an R and an L, and we know where the E's are. It could be revel or lever. Yeah, it could be revel or lever. I'm going to wait, but there's only 2 words it could be, revel or lever. This word also has 2 E's. And okay, it starts with E. And there's an E, right? Because there's another E, and we know where one of them is. And we know it can't be in columns 2 or 3, so it has to be column 1. So it's E blank. It's E something TEs. And we should be able to figure that one out. Let's see, what could it be? Oh, and there's an L, right? Oh, there's also an L. Oh, and we know where the L is. So it's EL something TE. So it's elite. Okay, just figured it out. And that gave us the I. Okay. Ooh, yeah, this is actually, we're doing pretty well here. This one here is going to be, it's also spelled out. It's alloy. A-L-O-Y. There's no other things it can be. This word here is E-L. We know, okay, yeah, we know there's 2 E's, but we know where they are. E-L blank E. Blank E. So what could that be here? E-L. And it could be elude. Because the D is available. Oops. Elude. I'm going to try it. And that was good because we needed that D badly. What do we have here? I don't know what that one is, but this one here, O-U, and there's a B and a D. but it's not doubt. Oh, it could be bound, B-O-U-N-D, right? I kind of think it has to be. And we hadn't used the N before, and now that we have, it appears in a whole bunch of important places. But I want to see up here. Okay, yeah, now we have a word that has an A, starts with an A, but we have all the other four letters, M, I, N, and D. So it's going to be admin, right? That uses those other four letters. This word here, right? We still don't know whether it's revel or lever. Unfortunately, I don't. We may have to have two guesses, but we're doing okay if we can figure this word out here. All right, what do we know about it? It's got an N, an E. It's got an O and a T. Okay, and let's see. Could it be ton? No, okay, and the O probably goes there, O-N-E at the third position. So it makes it, it can't be, it could be stone because we haven't used S yet. So that could be stone. Good. So now we have two guesses. I really get into this game. Just like, I like to go as fast as possible, but try this yourself. This is not an easy game. I only get about 60% of these, but we're in good shape because we have two guesses. As I mentioned, I think it's going to be lever or revel or evil, but unfortunately they are anagrams of each other, right? And there was no clue, but we have two guesses. So, oops. It was literally a 50-50. I could have guessed revel and been wrong, and it would have been lever. And there was no extra clue to tell you, but we won anyway because we had an extra guess. So yippee! That is that's a win column. I would say in general, the big brain games were about average. The connections was kind of easy. The reunion was good. I think I did pretty well in Union. The trivia game, I did miss a question, and I don't like to miss questions. All right, I'm going to be switching into the music category, but you guys know what happened. I got to get my box cutters out because yeah, we're going to be doing some unusual stuff very shortly. So get prepared for that. I'll prepare myself mentally for the unboxing and presumably guitar playing section, but we'll have to see how that goes. I mean, ultimately, if I can't get the guitar working, I could just pick up one of my other 17 guitars that are working. All right, mid-roll. There we go. Okay, I'm back. Nothing's changed. Oh, we got a cat. Kitty. Kitty. There's Mr. Mo. Mr. Mo. Can you hear him purring? He's kind of a loud purr. He's got the loud purr thing down. He's an older kitty, okay? Look. He's just kind of an older cat. Oh, he's very loud. All right, get off. All right. As I mentioned before, I'm not, the box cutters. The box. Okay. Let's see if I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna do this for the most visibility. Let's see. I could maybe use this camera here. Put it kind of further back. Like there. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. So you kind of get the idea here. We're gonna do a little of this here. I don't want to destroy the boxes. You never know. I never had this one back, but you never know. It might be something that is completely wrong in there. Well, I'm the first person opening up this case, I believe, since it was sealed. In China. It's going to take a little while, of course. I don't want to destroy the packaging. It looks like it is kind of made to open up in a particular way here. There we go. Oh my God. It's just full of dead pigeons. I don't know. I actually do not know what's inside here. Oh, it's another steel thing. All right, let me figure this out. Here's your sealed thingy. Let's open this up. Piece of two sides of that. We're going to open up two sides there. The top and the bottom. Could be dead pigeons. Nobody knows. Inside appears to be a guitar of some kind. Right here. Let's take it out. Definitely take it out of the box. It appears to be in one piece. Now this one does not come with a case, gig bag, nothing like that. It appears to fortunately come with the tools needed. This is the whammy bar for a Floyd Rose type system. And it comes with those. So let's see, it came with these are your these are the strap locks. These are the unlicensed Dunlop strap locks. And then what you got here is this is the whammy bar for a Floyd Rose style tremolo bar, and these are the adjustment wrenches. You need 3 adjustment wrenches, and we got 3 in here. Actually, we got 4. We got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wrenches in here. There's 1 wrench for the truss rod. There's one wrench. There's a wrench for the locking nut. There's a wrench for height adjustments. There's a smaller. You know what I mean? There's a bunch of Allen wrenches, but it came with all 5 of them. I have a million Allen wrenches. Let's see what we got here. This is the headstock, right? The headstock looks a lot like the one on my other one, but that's all I'm looking. But these are different tuners. They reduced the size because they were without doing that they were interfering with each other. Let's pull off this slowly and magically. I'm no user. I mean, again, it's gonna take me maybe 45 minutes to an hour last time to get the guitar actually in playable condition. Okay, you get this to come off here, and we have our 5-way toggle switch, which appears to have been, or it's a 3-way, it appears to be undamaged. These knobs do appear to be nicely, tightly fashioned on. I see a Floyd Rose style bridge. It's definitely a little low. 2 pickups down there. Let's just see what the fretboard looks like. Ooh, top viewers. I wonder if the top viewers are going to really be enjoying a unboxing stream. But this is okay, yeah, and it comes with a covered up thing here. All right, get that open. Pull this out here. There we go. Got some case candy here. I don't think we. Yeah. That just kind of shows in there. Just want to pull the strings off. There's your Leo James case candy. Again, Leo James is just a imprimatur of a kind of the these factories in China make tons, thousands of guitars a month, most of which are done for brand names, not necessarily Gibson, Fender, or PRS, but other brand names, to spec. But then they have leftover capacity, so they create their own brand and make effectively a house brand. But I'm going to show you something kind of cool here, which is I'm going to show you my current friend and my new friend. So this is my current friend over here, and this is my new friend over here. They're quite similar, but it is a slightly different body shape with a sharper horn on this guy, different horn shape, more of a rock and roll style. And this has got the I don't want to smash these together. And this has got the it's not quite as shiny, I think, but it still looks really good, and you can tell they're brothers. This one's got same as a fret. This one doesn't. This one's got the fully rose bridge. All right, well, let's just see what we can do here. What I'm going to do for now is, rather than putting a strap on it, I'm going to take the same strap locks off this one here. But I do need to play with the strap. So I'm just going to temporarily use the same strap. I'm going to get another. I have another strap on the way. This is going to go here. It's a little bit trickier for the first time to set up a Floyd Rose bass system. But let's just see what we got here, see how close we are. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is make sure those are not, and they're a little bit lower than that. Well, it's detuned, right? Let's try tuning it up. See if it'll tune up at all. Then we'll check the string heights. Yeah, at least they detuned it for shipping, but it looks like we could tune it up. No, that one's too high. I can fix that. Yeah, we're gonna have to fix the tuning. All right, let's fix that. Okay, so these are gonna come out. So it's just not tuned at the. I'll put these in the middle range. And we're gonna loosen up the nut and tune from here the first time. But we're gonna be tuning a lot. It's just a slow process. Because after you tune, then we're going to set the string height, and that's going to change everything. Then we're going to retune. That's going to change the tune. Blah blah blah. Okay, but before we do that, we do want to open up the nut at the top, which is one or both of these. Comes with 5 wrenches, a lot of wrenches, and I have all these wrenches, but it's nice to have the ones you know for sure are the right kind. I think that's for the nut here. So you want to loosen the nut at the top. There's 3 of these. Let's all loosen those. It's a little over tightened. Oopsie. It's loose. Then we can tighten. We can do our first tuning effectively at the top. So let's do that. Okay, first tune. From the top, from the tuners at the top. Okay. Yeah, we'll make sure these are good. Right position there. all basically in the same mid-level position. There we go. There we go. Now we tune from here. So, let's just see. All right, so we get those close. That's close to tuned. Doesn't have to be perfect. You want to check string height at this point before making any other adjustments. Now that it's tuned, I just want to see if we're even in the ballpark, because the first guitar I got wasn't even in the ballpark. Let's just check this one. Okay, it's high on that side, and it is high on that side by quite a bit. But the good news is that can be fixed, but we just want to be careful. The next thing I'm going to check before I do anything else is, now that we're under tension, is the neck, is it straight? Or do I want to tighten up the truss rod just a little bit? I had to tighten up the truss rod on the other one that I got, because it was a very C neck. This one's flat. I'm not necessarily going to make an adjustment on the truss rod right now. All right, next thing we're going to do is tighten up these again and retune. So you tighten these up to there. This doesn't have the bar that kind of prevents things from changing tune a lot when you do this, though. So you don't want to over tighten them, or you can really mess things up. Just that's enough. All right, let's see how far off we are now. Oh, nice. That's good geometry then. All right, so height adjustment will be necessary to get this to any kind of working height. Now, typically they do come very high, and you can expect them to come nice and high. And that's just because that's how guitars are set up for most players, so that they play well. So what I'm using is this string gauge here, but they're very, they're common. And then I check the height between the bottom of the string, and yeah, actually now that's pretty close on that side. That's just a little high. And now that we got this on this side, that's very high. So it's wacky high on the high side. But again, it's not too hard to fix that. You just need to understand that the adjustments are these two bolts on the sides here, and it takes a different Allen wrench. Which one exactly? One of these. Actually, it's the same one, I think, as this guy, right? Yeah. So we're just gonna make a big couple of turns and to lower this side of the Floyd Rose. We're gonna go whack like that, like quite a bit of turn there, and see how that measured out. Well, we're getting there, but not as low as I would like it to be. And to be in typical, so lower, just a little bit lower here. I believe it will go quite a bit lower than I would need to. I mean, there's quite a bit of adjustability. Okay, so now the low side is good at 5, and the high side is way too high still. So we're gonna be giving this a couple more turns, and hopefully we can get that down a bit to where it ought to be. Okay, once you make a big change to the bridge, you're going to want to retune it, because it will, as I'm moving the bridge down, it's going to change the tuning. Okay. All right, so now let's look at that. And again, that handy string gauge. Again, we had this for a relatively short period of time. I'm much closer than I was on the previous guitar to getting it to playable, but it's still too high. It needs to be under 70. But yeah, it was super high. But I mean, again, there's a tool right here to adjust it. There's a whole thing you do. It takes a bit of force to adjust these trims, which is good. You want them randomly moving out of alignment. Let's just see that. See if that's coming in there. That's starting to come down. Almost playable, not quite though. And the thing is, you don't really have individual adjustment heights on these things. It doesn't really have. You can just adjust the left side, which is fine because it should be pretty close to what I need. That is getting real close. Real close. What about this side here? Getting real close, but I still think another turn. Another bit of a turn here. How you doing, by the way? Kenzie Gravett. I'm unboxing a brand new unplayed guitar. And after I get this final adjustment, or hopefully final adjustment, we're going to plug it in and see what it sounds like. Let's just see. String heights are very important. Still too high. Because otherwise it just won't be playable. And I'm probably going to adjust the pickup heights too. Since I am moving everything down, it's going to be too close on that, especially on that side, on the far side there. Okay, we should be getting pretty close. Let's see what we're doing here. Pretty close. A little tuning here. See what happens. All right, you tune from these little adjustment screws down here once you're locked. Okay, a little bit more, and we're good. At least for string height. There we go. Beautiful. Very nice. It's a pretty smooth adjustment down there too. So it really does look like a nicely licensed Floyd Rose type setup. I mean, nicely version of an unlicensed Floyd Rose. Follow, please. I'll think about it. Okay, so now I'm going to take the plastic off these because it's my guitar. And, you know, I'm taking the plastic off the pickups. I think the other guitar I got, by the way, for whatever reason, it did not have these plastic protectors on the pickups. But, gotta remove them because they get in the way. So that's plastic protection number one. And I didn't realize that they are black. I thought they were silver from the picture, but they're black, like black. Everything is effectively black. It's called dark color hardware. But I do want to adjust the string height real quick. So let me get my tool for that. Or it's not the pickup height. We just adjusted the string height. The pickups are going to be real high, especially on this far side here. Oh yeah, I need a big screw. These are screwed into the body. They're not. They don't use springs, and they're adjustable. But you need a big screwdriver. You need to put some serious effort into it. But there is definitely plenty of range here. You just need to go like that. Weave down on that side. Let's see how that looks. Still kind of high. That one is a little high on which side? Also a little high on this side. This one needs to be reefed down even a bit more. Let's see. Eventually these are probably going to get about as low as they can get. Okay, and then a little less on this side. Should be good. A little higher. I just like them pretty much flat in terms of distance to the string. That's about right there. Okay, boy, we're making a lot of progress. Again, have not plugged it in yet. We will be hearing it ever so shortly. Let me get prepared for that. Should have done this a second ago. Okay, there's that. All right, I'm going to put this strap on here. The strap is going to fit on like this. All right, they're the same strap bars, right? Come on. Yeah. One side. I mean, there's same company. They look identical, but there's another set that came with this guitar. Then we can go here. All nice and good. It feels nice. It feels real solid. Okay, a couple things I want to talk about. Oh, yeah, I'm switching to my. I gotta put my gotta put trash here. Okay, this is gonna go. Let's switch my setup over a little bit here. Give me a second. Let's see. Headphones. I got to put the whammy arm, the tremolo arm on. Give me a second. Switch over to headphones here. Okay. All right. So a couple things I want to talk about this guitar that are kind of interesting and unique. Besides, it's one of their high end. It's not. It is what it is. Yeah. It's the Leo James does look exactly like it. Tsunami series. And then the one I have is the Hurricane Deluxe or Plus or whatever. This is the Tsunami Deluxe. And so some of the cool things are, right, the inlays. So the inlays are Roman numerals, which is kind of funny. And they represent the number of the fret, which makes sense. If you've ever had a learned guitar, you need to know what fret 3 and fret 5 is. And this is very unusually, I've never seen this before. They're being creative. So you got 3, 5, okay, 7, follow along with me, okay? 12, Roman numeral 12. Sorry, so after 7 comes 9. Roman numeral 9 is IX, what I said. But there is a 12. That's the 12th fret right there. This is a 24 fret unit here. And then you got 15. We're all good. Unfortunately, they messed up and did not put 17 here. They put 12 again. I mean, it's literally the same symbol as on 12. But you can see they were trying. Obviously, they were not super familiar with Roman numerals, but they were trying. And then you get 21, 23, and 24 or okay, after 17 you get 19, 21, and 24. Okay, and those are correct. And somebody pointed them out in the in a review that they didn't get correct. So we're about to find out if the electronics even work. We're gonna find out right now if the pickups even work, or if the electronics work, or if they soldered it together in the factory or not, because who knows. Well, I hear something come out of the pickups. Here's the first chord this guitar has ever played. Leonard Cohen. And these strings need to be stretched out. Okay, so one of the first things we're going to do is going to retune it a lot. It should say once the strings are stretched in, it should be very stable. Close. Yeah, okay. So a couple things are, unlike the other guitar, which has stainless steel frets, you can really tell these are not stainless steel frets. They're regular old nickel steel frets, but there's nothing wrong with them. I mean, they're fine. All right, so the thing you do with a new guitar, like the first time you get it, or the first time I get it, is just to check for any dead notes. And the way I do that, there's a couple things I do. The first one is like this. It's a little off. No dead notes. It's fine. Want to see if any notes choke out when you When you slide them or push them, bend them. When you bend the notes. Boy, these frets are not the polish. The stainless steel frets are super smooth. I might have to. I think they will polish it over time. Sorry about this boring, but I have to do it. It's all right. The action is fine. It's not the frets are definitely a little not smooth, which I could fix. Although I have to take all those strings off to do it. It's a little tricky. And I probably, as I play them, the frets will. It's probably just a little bit of polishing compound that needs to kind of get worn off effectively. Yeah, you know, even as I do this a little bit, I can feel that they get smoother after I kind of work the strings a little bit. But yeah, no, it's good. It's perfectly fine. It's just what I wanted. All right. Oh yeah, I haven't put the truss rod in yet. It's right here. It's like a Floyd Rose. It comes with an adjustable kind of way of putting things in there, so you can control whether you want it to be just flopping around loose like that, or whether you want some tension in there, so you can tighten it up, and then it will hopefully stay where you want it if you do just the right amount of tension. All right, well, we're gonna have the guitar stream then. Let me just figure out how I want to do this. I gotta make some room on this. It's got a little trash here. It's fine. All right, so let me just do one final tune up here. We're just checking the tune. Coil, double coil, and this coil, but single coil. Oh, both of them are single coil. Single coil. It's a blade pickup. I never really had a guitar that has had a blade pickup, but it's basically a single coil. I don't think it's that. Sounds like a typical Nick pickup to me. All right, not bad. All right, so what should we do here is let's set this up a little differently here. Okay, so I'm in guitar. We'll just go to transitions here. What is this gonna? Oh yeah, this is gonna do this part. Let's check this out a bit. Oh yeah, I wanted to check some things out. How does the back of the neck look? It's okay. I mean, it's smooth. It's not quite as nice looking. The back of the body So this is, claim this is made out of metal for some strange reason. It's not. Designed and matched for Leo James. Kind of a scratch on it. Oh man, it's. And I like this. I'm going to check out these are nice and tight because on mine they were not. Okay, that's good. The other one I got, these were just a little loose over time. These are really perfect. Nice. These need to be very tight. For, you know, keep the neck very well attached to the body. They are. Yeah, this is a little bit higher quality, I think, in terms of manufacture. That's about the same. But I don't see any issues with how it's manufactured that could have been manufactured better, except that they could have done the 12th or the 17th fret in like correctly with the Roman numeral 17 rather than just repeating 12. And it was obviously just an oversight. But, you know, again, a $250 guitar. Do you really really care if the inlays are not perfect? Plus, nobody's going to notice unless you tell them. I mean, you know, I wouldn't have noticed except a guy pointed out in the review on Amazon. Shifting the positions of the strings, not bad. There's nothing you can really do once it's mounted. Everything there is all very precise. It's nice. It's nice. All right, I like it. I'm doing another boxing in 1 week, another unboxing of a new instrument, which is going to be a brand new Ibanez bass, my second bass. I know, but would you have noticed if I just said there's something wrong with the fingerboard, and I'm not going to tell you which one of these, you know, what's wrong with it, would you have noticed that one of the Roman numerals is not numbering? I mean, all the others are. It says 24 on the 24th fret, and you know, I mean, it says 3 on the 3rd fret, and then 12 on the 12th fret. It also says 12 on the 17th fret. They just needed a V in there, and they just omitted the V. I agree, but you know, you can't. I wouldn't let it bother me because again, $250 guitar that I'm not going to have to resell to somebody and have to explain to them why they messed up the fret inlays. But again, the other guitar it doesn't have these kind of, but it has those innovative fret inlays that are on the side of the board, so they act as dot markers. Whereas this one has separate dot markers. You know, it's not the same neck at all. It's quite different. Although the top part looks absolutely identical. Like this part here, including that green coloration, is 100% identical. I like it. Yeah, I don't mind it at all. All right, I'm gonna do some like covers by playing along with the old YouTube karaoke songs. Let me just get that set up here. Okay, so I hit the Rocksmith button there. We're going to do this. We'll start off with this Crowded House song. I don't do too often, so it's kind of relatively new. I used to do all the Crowded House songs. I mean, just play them. I don't know if I sang them, but I'm going to try to sing this one. Okay, it's in G. No, it's in Thank you. I will come by next time, like tomorrow if you can. Good to see you, by the way. Thanks for coming by. Appreciate yours. Somewhere deep inside, something's got a hold on you, pushing me inside, see it stretch on forever. And I know that I'm right. First time in my life. That's why I'll tell you. Better be home soon. back to the like a week in the desert. Should we do this one too? It's on it. I can't remember what the key is. It's just I don't know, do a song that's not so hard. Alright, I'm gonna test the tunes since brand new strings. They're too thin. They're nines. I don't want to put tens on. Hold on 1 second here. Pretty solid though. It's already pretty solid. Like doesn't want to go out. So that's the thing about these double walker bridges. Very, very solid tuning. You can. Just like makes you happy. Whatever you want. You're so fucking special. I wish I was special, but I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I don't belong here. I don't know. I have fun time doing that one. Not necessarily the best song in the world. We just did that one. But, don't pause. That's not what I wanted to do here. Get rid of this. There you go. Double click. Very good. Losing My Religion. What a great song. Let's do Sister Golden Hair, right? That's around here somewhere, right? No, we don't want just that one. Sister Golden Hair. I gotta look it up. Sister Golden Hair. Sister. There you go. You know what I like. Let's do this one. It's a little different. It's a slightly different one, right? And he's in the same key, though, right? Which is capo 2. I usually do the other one. Hopefully it's... Yeah, it's real different. Almost there. Start over. Do this from here. It's about the right thing. Okay. Tried to make it Sunday, but I got so empty pressed that I set my sights on Monday, and I got myself undressed. I ain't ready for the altar, but I do agree there's times when a woman sure can be a friend of mine. Well, I keep on thinking about you, Sister Golden Hair Surprise, and I just can't live without you. Can't you see it in my eyes? I've been one more correspondent. I've been too hard to find, but it doesn't mean you ain't been on my mind. Yeah, you leave me in the middle and you leave me in the air. When you love me just a little, just enough to show you care. Well, I tried to fake it, I don't mind saying, I just can't make it. When I keep on thinking about you, Sister Golden Hair Surprise, and I just can't live without you. Can't you see it in my eyes? I've been one more correspondent. I've been too hard to find, but it doesn't mean you ain't been on my mind. When you leave me in the middle and you meet me in the air, will you love me just a little, just enough to show you care? When I try to fake it, I don't mind saying, I just can't make it. It's actually a better version of it. I don't know. In the style of America. I wonder what that means. Hello, double click, please. No. That doesn't mean I wanted to play it. Let's see. Amy, sure. I never tried to make
Which way we should turn together or alone. I can never see what's right or what is wrong. Don't take too long to see what you do. I think I could stay with you for a while, maybe longer if I do. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Falling in and out of love. You.
All right, here, I'm gonna check my tune again. Real stable, man. The Floyd Rose Steellock system is a tuning stable system. Again, I would the only problem is that they put 9s on it, and I really prefer 10s. I don't want to do this one. I want to do a song I can play along with. Let's see. We haven't done this one in a while. This one will definitely murder my voice. This is gonna be the last one. Where's the? I think it's Capo 2. I like to play it. No cable at all. What did I do? What I did. Let's go back. That's basically how it goes.
You say we've got nothing in common. Coming round to start from, and we're falling apart. You say the world has come between us, our lives have come between us. Still I know you just don't care. And I said, what a time. Breakfast at Tiffany's, she said, I think I remember the film, and as I recall, I think we both kinda liked it. And I said, well, that's one thing that we got. I see you, the only one
fun to do. Is it, gosh, there's multiple versions. No, that's not it. Because it was, yeah, this format. Let's do this one. Pause that for a second. It's Cavo 3. So that way you get to eat my sharp one.
But I saw a man brought a knife. He was warm, he came around like he was dignified. Showed me what it was to cry. It couldn't be that man that I adored. Don't seem to know, don't seem to care what your heart is for. But I don't let him anymore. There's nothing where it used to lie. Reservation has run dry. He was warm, he came around, he was dignified. Showed me what it was to cry. Will it be that man I adored? You don't seem to know, don't seem to care what your heart is for. I don't know him anymore. There's nothing where he used to lie. Our conversation has run dry. That's what's going on. Nothing's fine, I'm torn. I'm not out of bed. This is how I feel. Cold and I am chained. I am naked on the floor. Illusion never changed into something real. Wide awake and I can see the perfect sky is torn. You're running late. I'm already torn. The fortune teller's right. I should have seen just what was there and not some only light. But you come beneath my veins and now I don't care. I'm no love. I don't miss it all that much. There's just so many things that I can't touch. I'm torn. I'm out of bed. This is how I feel. Cold and I'm ashamed. Illusion never changed into something real. Wide awake and I can see the perfect sky is torn. You're running late. I'm already torn. Nothing where it used to lie. The inspiration has run dry. That's what's going on. Nothing's right. I'm not out of faith. This is how I feel. Cold and I have chained. I am naked on the floor. Illusion never changed to something real. Wide awake and I can see the perfect sky is torn. I'm out of pain. This is how I feel. Cold and I'm ashamed. I'm broken.
good song. I think I met the guy who co-wrote it or whatever, Phil Thornley. I didn't get to know him, but I met him. Let's see, what have we done here? That previous one was the last song, so this is also the last one. I gotta remember what key I learned this at there. Is it Capo 1? What is this? What is it again? Yeah, I think it's Cable 2.
I can see her lying fast in a flattened dress in a room. What you do, what you don't confess. Sundown, you better take care. If I find you've been creeping round my back stairs. It's been looking like, okay, that's right, that's good. The queen in a sailor's dream. Oh my, you won't like that. You don't always say what she really means. Sometimes I think it's a shame when I get feeling better when I'm feeling pain. Sometimes I think it's a shame when I get feeling better when I'm feeling pain. I can picture
first time fretboard needs to be cleaned. But yeah, like I did clean because they leave a little oil. So that's very typical that you turn my fan. I keep forgetting that effect. I mean, I have worse. You can't see it that well, but you see that those dark marks. It looks like they're indentations, but that's just black. That's just black rubber. That's the most up. A little low there. Okay. Shiny. I'll look back a little bit here. I just want to see if my guitar. Take it into town. Put it in the ground where the flowers grow. Golden silver shine. Shiny, happy people holding hands. Shiny, happy people laughing. Everyone around. Love them. Put it in your hands. Take it. There's no time to cry. Happy. Put it in your heart where the marble shines. Gold and silver shine. Shiny, happy people holding hands. Shiny, here we go. Shiny, happy people holding hands. Shiny, happy people holding hands. Shiny, happy people holding Definitely lower output pickups than what I'm used to. That doesn't mean they're bad.
I said I'm a snowball running out into the spring that's coming. All this love, nothing under blue skies, nothing at the sunlight, shimmering like, well, baby, I surrender to the strawberry ice cream, never end of all of this love. Well, I didn't mean to do it, but there's no escaping your love. Oh, these lights of lightning, we were never alone, never alone. No, no, come on, move a little closer. Come on, wanna hear you whisper. Come on, settle down inside of my love. Come on, jump a little higher. Come on, if you feel a little lighter. Come on, we were once upon a love. We're accidentally in love. 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 I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love. Accidentally, I'm in love, 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 I'm in love. Accidentally, come on, spin a little lighter. Come on, and the words a little brighter. Come on, get to the center of love. I'm in We're accidentally in love. Accidentally in love. Accidentally in love. Accidentally in love. I don't want to do this one. I'm going to do this one last time. Man, that was fun. This guitar it's going to need a little bit of more tuning work. I'm going to have to figure some things out on it. I think it's close. And there's only a limited amount of tuning that can be done on it, but I think it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be a member of the party member, and one of my favorites. This guitar, unlike the other one where I can play it to my life's to my greatest as much as I want, to my heart's content is what I was trying to get to there. Because that stainless steel frets are never gonna wear out. Rarely, it takes years and years. These guitars, I played them for a few years. You know, if I play guitar for like 4 or 5 years, the frets will start to show a significant wear, and eventually you kind of need to have them redone. But I tend to just kind of stop using them as much. It's a beautiful, beautiful guitar. It's got the double lock trem system. It's a nice weight. It's constructed well. These guys do make good guitars. There's especially for $250. Should you buy one on Amazon? Yeah. I mean, if you want a guitar, a kind of cool looking guitar that is kind of high spec for what you get, or you can spend several $1,000s for something like my Schecter, which also is very similar in kind of how it's constructed. And so, although the Schecter is a set neck, this is a bolt-on neck. I don't notice that much of a difference. Pretty. And each one of those, it definitely has that sheen to it, that three-dimensionality to it. Kind of. I think I might get a second one with a second color scheme. Another one just like it. I'll think about it though. I am getting, and that'd be a while then. I'm getting a new bass next week on Wednesday. I ordered like a new guitar and a new bass. The bass is not it's not an Amazon cheapo. It's an actual Ibanez. And it's not one of the cheap Ibanez. It's actually one of the good Ibanez's. It's expensive, kind of a fancy. So it's really pretty. You guys are gonna like it. All right. Well, I'm gonna case candy there. I got a bunch of trash to throw out. Bunch of stuff I need to do, but I still got some Diet Coke. I still got the willingness to say my standard intro. By the way, tomorrow, 11:30 a.m. Standard Time, and I'm going to rate Heavenly, my good friend, my close personal friend Heavenly, who's a music streamer on Twitch. If you're on Twitch, on YouTube, there's no rating. That was good though. I had a fun time, and it turned out well. It turned out okay. It turned out all right. All right. Give me a second here.
All right, happy Friday, everyone. Have a great rest of your Friday. See you tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. 4 days more streaming. It should be every day. We'll see. We'll see. I'm so glad we had this time together just to have a laugh or sing a song. Seems we just get started, and before you know it, comes the time we have to say so long. Bye, everybody. See you next time.